All right. Good evening. This open meeting of the Grafton Cultural Council is being conducted remotely, consistent with Governor Baker's executive order of March 12th, 2020, due to the current state of emergency and Commonwealth due to the outbreak of COVID-19 virus, although now it's not a state of emergency anymore. So I guess our next meeting will probably be in person. In order to mitigate the transmission of the COVID-19 virus, we have been advised and directed by the Commonwealth to suspend public gatherings, and as such, the governor's order suspends the requirements of the open meeting law to have all meetings in a publicly accessible physical location. Further, all members of public bodies are allowed and encouraged to participate remotely. The order, which you can find posted on the town's website at www.grafton-ma.gov, allows public bodies to meet entirely remotely so long as reasonable public access is afforded so that the public can follow along with the deliberations of the meeting. Ensuring public access does not ensure public participation unless such participation is required by law. This meeting will feature comment if anyone else joins. For this meeting, Grafton Cultural Council is convening by Zoom meeting as posted on the town's website, identifying how the public may join. So that is it. So everyone got a copy of the meeting minutes from our last meeting. Do we have any comments on the meetings? Was everyone able to read through them? Do you want me to call them up? I haven't tried. I'm sorry I didn't get them pre-done. So just give me a second and I'm gonna
I would just like to say I didn't get those because I wasn't able to make it to the last meeting because of work.
I did send them to you, I thought, Kevin, this afternoon. Today, I mean.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. You look at your email, you might see it there.
Okay. Well,
I sent the agenda yesterday and the minutes today. I forgot about the minutes, so I didn't send them until today, I'm afraid. But
oh, I know where I put them. Sorry. I actually. No, I didn't. I'm sorry. I had so many Zoom meetings today. I'm forgetting which I did for which meeting. So I apologize for not having this prepared.
yeah, I copied you, Kevin. It's I sent you the email this morning.
Okay, I can check it right now if you want, but I think I might have to leave the meeting to do that.
It's okay. I'm going to call them up.
I think you've got enough people who are to approve it. 30, be quiet. Sorry, my dog.
I have snails. They don't make any noises.
Stop it. Yes.
Okay.
He's got so needy since COVID, honestly.
I have to be honest, I did not see them. I'm looking right now.
Okay. Yeah, they were sent at 11:46 today.
Okay.
So let's see. My screen share. Here we go.
I did send it to you, Cindy, so maybe you haven't had a chance to see it yet.
So here's the screen share.
I just found them. I'm sorry.
The minutes. It's okay. It's okay. I've been totally frazzled for the last month, so you can just excuse me. So if you want to just spend a little bit of time reading the meeting minutes, that's fine. Can we go to are you reading them on my screen share?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
I didn't want to go too far ahead.
That looks perfect.
Okay. Do I hear a motion to approve the minutes?
I motion.
Daniel and Cindy were here, weren't they? So-
Yeah, I'm
That's
okay.
okay.
I motion to approve the minutes.
Okay, do I hear a second?
I motion to
Sorry.
approve.
Second,
Okay. So now I do the roll call. Danny,
What do I say? Yes.
you can say aye or nay.
Aye.
Aye. Mita,
Aye.
Cindy,
aye.
Kevin.
Aye.
Okay, so the motion passes. Excuse me 1 minute, and I'm going to call up the agenda so that we will have that up for everyone to look at as a shared screen.
I realized what I did this morning. I thought this was the agenda and I just kind of popped through it fast.
Do you remember what time you sent it out yesterday? Actually, you know what? That's fine. Again, I'm sorry about this. I'm not finding the agenda.
I think I can't see it because of sharing screen.
Well, no, I have it now. I just have way too many emails.
I know that problem. I get so many of them.
Okay. All right, so here is the agenda for tonight. Can everyone see that now?
Yes.
Very good. All right, so there's our link. We reviewed our meeting minutes, and now we're up for discussion for updates on a publicity campaign to see if we can get more grant applicants. So,
So Christina was tasked with doing patch and online interactions. Sarah was tasked with finding out about school committees and approaching them to help negotiate with them. Cindy was tasked with finding a list of all the venues we could offer to grant applicants when they want to know where to go. And Daniel had kindly volunteered, if the TV station agreed to do an interview, to be interviewed on our behalf. So I think that Sarah hasn't given me an update of the committee. She did say that she talked to the TV studios and they were interested in that. Christina said that she had, that most of the things like patch are still not in person, so it's difficult to get hold of people to talk to things about that. I think Cindy, you were working on the TV stuff as well. So
Yeah.
that's what I know been happening.
Mhm. I can definitely connect Danny and Bob DeToma and set something up. That's not a problem. That if I talk to him, one day, he'd do it within days, based on your schedule. He loves putting on those productions of getting the word out for boards and committees.
How
And
long would he get, Cindy? How long approximately would the interview be?
it's not super long. I mean, half an hour tops, if not. It's kind of, he'll sit down with Danny or talk to him through email and kind of get a list of questions or the items that you want to get out there. And, it can be a kind of back and forth chat conversation. He can ask questions, or Danny can just kind of promote it, say, this is what we have.
So what we'd have to do, sorry, Chair, can I jump in here?
yes, of course.
Talk on one topic only. Obviously, what we need to do is prepare some kind of statement for Danny so that he knows what we actually want to get out there. And so we probably need then to prepare something in writing and then have another meeting, I'm afraid, to agree to that before the interview takes place.
Yep, we could do that, you know. I mean, I really think that we could, you know, designate Danny to, even if you want to just get the word out that we're here, we have these opportunities. But if you want it more, you know, formal, if we
But
put
do
kind of,
we think we need a meeting to agree it, or do you think we can just do it, circulate it, give it to Danny and say, make what you can of this, Danny. You don't need to do exactly what's in there, but these are the facts. This is what we want to get over.
I would say so. I think we could just have some topics, some points that we want hit, which is basically, you know, making sure people know that the grant is there,
Schedules,
it's
the
available.
variety of things that we could do, the sort of venues that are possible, the main aim of the cultural council, and why we exist, and where does the money come from, and all that other stuff, you know.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, if you're willing to put all that information in one place, I can digest it and make sure that I'm answering everything correctly.
I guess I just want to make sure no one thought we have to have a public meeting to discuss it. It isn't really in the public interest, so to speak. It's just an internal thing. But as you know, because of the open meeting law, we can't talk by email. What I could do is put it together and then send it out. And if anyone had any major queries about it or questions about it, we could then may have a meeting to discuss it first. But it's factual, quite factual already.
Right.
I mean, you know, we've been promoting ourselves. The speech I gave to the town 2 years ago basically laid out what we do and why we exist and what we want to offer. So I just take that as a starting point and then add some more information for the grantees.
Exactly. And the way you stated that is a fact. Danny's going to be our spokesperson, if you will, to get, you know, the facts out. It's sort of like posting something on Facebook, but he's going to be a live face saying, like, this is what we have, this is what we can do. So
yeah,
So it's just getting a cheat sheet for Danny so that he knows.
So because he's had very little experience, poor man, and you know what we're doing at the moment. So you know, it's a matter of making sure he feels relaxed and confidence, and so he can then his enthusiasm can shine through. You know.
Right.
And I mean, I don't have any problem tonight saying that as a group that I'm fine with, you know, Meta and Danny talking and hitting the bullet points that need to be out there, because the bullet points are the structure. You're not making anything up. You're not making a decision. You're just, you know, it's a PSA, you know.
Yeah, I think I agree with that. I hope everyone else does. I think that I'll do that, but I'll obviously circulate it around for everyone because it helps everyone to understand what we're doing.
Yep.
If someone stops you in the street and asks you a question about what we're doing, then you know, I saw your TV interview review. You know, it would really help everyone else as well. So, okay, well, I'll do that. The timelines could be fairly short then. We're talking about Cindy.
As fast as we need it, I think. I'm not saying.
Well, the deadline for the applications is, I assume it's going back to normal, would be the beginning of October. So that means that people would have to have their plans done for applying for the grant, probably in August or so.
So if you got something out in, you know, July, just to start getting, I mean, I hate to say July, but it's right around the corner.
It is around the corner, but I think if we said we could have the interview in July, then that would be reasonable.
I think so, just because you're trying to attract people that might not know it's available.
That's right.
And I think Bob could certainly do that. And, you know, I will email him, if not after we're done, first thing in the morning. I see him almost every day, so.
Okay, if you let him know that's the approximate timeline, that would be good. Then, you know, he'll know what to expect, and so will we.
Okay, yeah, they're great down there. They can throw something together. And he won't put you on the spot, Danny, don't worry.
Great. Yeah, and I am going away the last week in July, but today was my last day at work for the summer because I'm teaching.
Okay.
So I have lots of time.
Good.
Okay.
Okay, I'll try and get something together in the next 2 weeks then, and we'll discuss it, Danny.
Very
Are
good.
there already printed materials? Like,
So we got some leaflets we had printed up a couple of about 3 years ago. The main concept of behind the leaflet was to try and attract people to become a member of the council and to get the grant. So I think we also had a discussion about whether it's possible to have those given out at, say, the library, at the farmers market, at the Small Stones Festival, those things.
yeah, because the
So-
farmer's market is starting on Wednesday.
Okay,
So I can get those to the farmer's market if I can get them.
so where are you, Danny? You're in Grafton, obviously, South Grafton, aren't you?
Yeah, South Grafton, Brook
Okay,
Meadow.
I've got to dig them out, but assuming I can dig them out, we could get and we could make arrangements to transfer them for you.
Okay,
so-
great.
That should work. And then, so going on from there, I mean, I think that was probably the major thing, was to put those leaflets around, and then to have the other thing I think that I feel is really important is probably the school committee interface, because I said we used to have lots of schools participating, and now we only have maybe one a year. So
That's right. What, someone had made some comments on that. I can't recall what they
yeah,
were.
well, I said that Sarah was the one who was going to do that, but
But I
didn't
think,
hear- yeah.
I thought she had already approached someone.
Did she say
What was
that?
the,
I thought she was talking about the TV. So
oh, was it?
I believe she did talk to somebody with the school committee already.
do
I
you
feel
have
like
that?
I read that they were on board with having us in.
Yeah,
Okay, sorry. Yeah.
no,
Some
let's
of
see.
If I could just jump back to the leaflets, if it makes it easy for you, if you get them to the town hall, Danny, if you're more available to pop in, you could always pick them up there if it's easier.
And that's where the flea
The
market.
farmer's market,
That's
yeah.
yeah.
So,
So,
and
so we
my-
probably still have a pigeonhole in the town hall for the Grafton Cultural Council. Do you know the town hall, Danny? It's there's a photocopy room just off the main entrance.
I have only been to be sworn in, and I went right to the one.
Okay.
It's a little room next to where you probably were sworn in. You were sworn in at the clerk's office, maybe?
Yeah.
Yep.
Or, yeah, so
Yeah.
are they still next to that?
yep,
Yeah. I think so, unless everything's changed, but I don't know.
nope,
But there's a
they're still
mailbox there. So I could drop them off there, and then you could pick them up at your leisure.
Okay, yeah, just tell me when they're there, and I'll.
They're not very big. They're about. So
Like a trifold?
yeah, but actually I think they're double-sided. They aren't even folded. So
and Danny,
Oh,
I'm in the select board town administrator's office, which is right in the front of the building.
Okay,
So if you have any questions, you can always stop. Disclosure, I am burning up some time, so I'm only there 3 days next week, and then I'm out for a bit. But
Okay.
Joanne, my coworker, she can show you the mail room and where it is.
everyone's always very helpful. So if you look lost, stand there and look lost. They are very, very helpful at telling where. I always walk past the mail room. I always go past it, and then I go, oh no, it's back there. So I have to go. But that's because I come in from the back, so it's a bit more confusing. Okay. Anyway, I'll try and put them in there, and I'll let you know when they're in there, Danny.
okay. Do you want me to
Probably.
put them anywhere else? I mean, I know the library is probably tricky right now, but
Library's tricky. I think the farmers market's probably good enough. And as I said, I think we should probably have someone at the Small Stones Festival, if we can, to give them out. Talk to them at management there about it. As they got a large grant from us, they'll probably be a cooperative.
when is the Small Stones Festival?
It's going to be October this year, I believe. End of October.
I was gonna ask Beth Galloway about it and I forgot. My my mom was sick and she passed away in May. So that's
I'm
why I'm
so
like, all
sorry.
right,
Very sorry for your.
I'm
thank
so
you.
sorry.
Thank
Julie.
you. She
So sorry.
92. She was 92. She had a wonderful life. So it was a life well lived. But
And- Yeah.
that's why I'm like totally frazzled. I'm still like not getting back into schedule. So I apologize. I realized that
Don't
my
apologize.
charge had been to talk to Beth about it and I hadn't done that yet. So
Not worry, do not.
I'll talk to her. I'll ask her.
And I believe the library now, where it is on North Main Street, I think people are coming in now.
Yes.
Yes.
So we could even put just a handful there until they get situated. in the
Okay.
Yeah.
new den.
I'll
Yeah,
I'll
sounds good.
stop by there as well when I get them and just
Yeah.
kind of find places to put them.
And the other thing about the leaflets, if they want to change the way they are, make them more, more. It'd be nice if we could actually have, say, pictures of events that we have sponsored. Activities. Almost go around and visit things and have someone there to take a photograph, almost, or a screenshot. It'd actually be quite fun to update them, but they'll do for the moment. We do remember we do have 5% of our budgets put aside for administrative issues. This is a kind of administration issue we could actually do with the money.
That might be something to put on our, to-do list, try to figure out, once we know who's doing what events,
Yeah,
snap a
Yeah.
picture.
yeah. So, for example, the cheeseburger guy has actually got a venue and date set, 15th of June. He's going to do a concert at one of the elementary schools. So the chainsaws and cheeseburger guy.
Oh, yes.
Jesse. Anyway, so he sent me an email saying that he was going to have the performance. Does anyone want to go to it? Now, in the past we haven't been that involved with these kind of things. I've gone to some things, but like Alphabet's Masked Singers or a couple of concerts. But I mean, we always go to these things, and if we went to these things, someone could always use that as a publicity opportunity. What was the other thing that happened? Oh yes, the dueling pianos. They've got their set up with a TV station, and they're going to. I think their first actually it was last week. First performance was last week. So they also let me know that they have got that organised.
Nice.
Sorry, Dylan and Morales. I can't remember Morales and anyway. Yeah, the dueling pianos.
How many times is that going to be broadcast?
He didn't say actually, and I haven't gone on the TV station to have a look, but because I don't, so I've never tried to look and craft on TV. I'm be honest with you. So.
I confess. Me
Whipples
too.
and morales. Whipples and morales. That was the word. Whipples and morales. The people who are doing the dueling pianos. Yeah.
Okay.
I honestly feel, that if we have the TV interview and we have we do have a presence that Small Stones and the library and the farmers market, we would have done quite well as long as we can get the schools, go to the schools as well. I think we've covered a lot there.
Mhm.
It may not make much difference in 2022, but it makes quite a lot of difference in 2023, I think.
Along with the cheat sheet information that you're going to be coming up anyways for Danny, I mean, could we just kind of fashion a press release that we could give to maybe Grafton Common or the Grafton News, something like that, and see if they would run it online?
I mean, sure.
Just to, it would be the highlights, this is what we
Taking out
do,
the present.
this is the deadlines, this is when you would have to have, and this is what, you need to have as part of this, in order to get the grant.
Certainly. How many words do you think we'd need for that? 20, 50 words, something like that?
I don't know.
I think
I'm not a writer.
For a free advert, probably the very short version, maybe a paragraph if they're interested.
yeah, I
Yeah,
think the
Well-
shorter, not shorter, but
More
you want
concise.
interest. If you put too much, they're not going to read through the whole thing.
Yeah.
no,
50
no, but
words
if
sounds
it
pretty
would
good. I
just
mean, just
be,
a suggestion, but
I'm
Sorry,
sorry,
Kevin?
what was that?
I think that 50 words sounds pretty good, but I mean, just a suggestion. I'm not a writer either.
Yeah, but if it was, something short and included a link to the Mass Cultural Council or something like that, so that people could start looking, maybe they would run it. I don't know,
I don't know if they can look at the form until it's publicised, and I don't think that goes up until. I don't think it's open for download until. I better look on that date.
Oh, I just thought for them, if they had more questions, they could, or
Right.
if they were unfamiliar with it, they could take a look
Sure.
and see
Yeah.
what it is and what they do.
Yeah. Because it would be actually quite helpful to show them what the application form looks like.
Yeah, that's
But,
true. I can help with writing that, but I wouldn't be the person to start it.
Well, if I write it, then we can pass it around.
Yeah, yeah. That would be good. Is there anything else that we want to?
Well, the only one thing that I was going to say is when we start promoting or like the GCTV, we might want to throw in, an attractive, because if people want to apply, some people might be like, well, where am I going to hold this event? That's what we talked about the last time. Now, as luck would have it, they have decided they're going to start the renovations on the Common. So the Common's going to be just for this summer kind of out of commission, but I can give Danny for, the conversation piece that you can use Mill Villages Park, you can use Nelson Park, the gymnasium, at the municipal center. It can be warm, but it could be a location, especially in the fall. And then potentially the library. I
Well,
had a
talking
quick
about-
tour, but
Yeah, we're
You know,
talking about 2022. So it's what would be available in 2022, Cindy. So
Yeah,
maybe the
So-
Common will be up and running by then. We don't know. but-
absolutely, yeah.
and the
So,
library will be up and
Yeah.
running by then.
and that might, make people say, oh, maybe I know I can secure a location. Sometimes location is hard for people.
There's also Apple Tree Arts there, Great
Yeah.
Hall. I mean, even the Historical Society have now got a reasonable sized meeting room because they were going to hold that play there, remember? So there must be a reasonable size.
So I can, just shoot Danny the list and maybe
Probably
that
copy-
falls into the discussion.
Yeah, maybe copy it to me too, Cindy. So,
Yeah.
well, maybe copy it to all of us so we all have it. Then we all know where to point people. I mean, I think the real question here for you all is: are we all willing to be more participatory in the Grafton Council, going out and helping people? So we haven't in the past helped people, if you see what I mean. We've obviously managed the finances and got the grants in and given them out and so on, but our involvement in actually assisting people to make an application has been limited. But we need all of us to help because obviously otherwise it's too much work for, say, the chair to do it.
I think we can figure that piece out.
Okay, sounds good. And we have got 7 members, so we're actually at 7. Yeah, 7. So we're actually, and if Sadie comes back next year, we'll have 8. So we'll have more people to do it too, which would be great.
That's awesome.
It is. So thank you very much, Danny and Kevin. So if we are interested in that, then we should all have the information. maybe, someone can go to school committees and share it with them, and maybe someone can go to, Small Stones and share it with them, and Danny will share it on the TV, and yeah, sounds good.
That would be good. I'd have no idea how to help anyone at this point with a grant, so I need more education on it.
I would agree. I'm probably the same.
Well, the issue is that they keep on telling people what the requirements are, but they don't really listen, or they think they can get away with not following them. So, I mean, be honest with you, the number of people we've had to refuse grants for, who we really wanted to give grants for, based on their criteria, has been limited. We have been helpful to help them negotiate things if necessary. But once that application's been made, that is what we have to consider. We can't consider any changes at that point. It has to be set in stone. So the most important things we have to tell them about is, what's the difference between you as an individual being an artist and applying to Grafton Cultural Council from a business, which, you must have been established in 1 year applying to Grafton Cultural Council, and things like that. Those are the sorts of questions we're always being hung up on, If you live outside Grafton, you can't make an individual application for a grant.
See, you are lucky to have the institutional knowledge. I think I'm still learning as I go here.
Well,
So,
it's based on the local rules, so the
Yep.
town rules, rather than the Massachusetts Cultural Council rules. So the Massachusetts Cultural Council will let you fill in the form with incorrect information, because they only care that you've got what they need to fill in the form. The problem we have is that the town's rules are different, and that's what the issue is. They can fill in the form and send it off and happily feel, oh yes, I've got a good opportunity of getting a grant, but if they haven't got the rules we need to have followed for the town, then we can't issue them one.
do we have a document with the town rules?
Absolutely, yes. It's on the Massachusetts website under our local rules. And
Okay.
I think I believe I did circulate it last year to everyone, telling them what they were. And I can certainly do that to Danny and Kevin now they're new members.
I'll go back and, kind of poke around on the website and
But I can
refresh
certainly-
myself.
Yeah, I mean, we are pretty clear about what the rules are.
Yep.
But a lot of people apply to dozens of cultural councils, not exaggerating there. A lot of people apply to quite a number of cultural councils.
Okay, and maybe it's not in my head.
And then most of them don't have,
So-
the local rules aren't as important as getting that application in.
So what you're saying is that in order to apply for a grant in Grafton, you have to be a citizen of Grafton. Is that also the rule of like other
If
towns?
you're
like
an
Sutton,
individual
Westboro?
artist, then you have to, and you're applying in your own right, then you have to be a resident of Grafton. We have got
That
around
makes
that in
sense.
the past by, if you have someone who is not a resident of Grafton, who's an individual artist, then they can apply to, say, the library, be taken on by the library as an activity, and we then sponsor the library.
Mhm.
So we give the library a grant, and they then give the artist a grant. So we can get around it. And most of the time, what happens is that they put something in, they get it wrong that way. We send them a letter and we tell them what to do next time, and they apply again. It works. So that's the sort of thing. Or I get a query online asking me about it. I tell them what to do. But for example, Jesse and his cheeseburger gang, he had an idea for a grant, but he hadn't actually got a venue in Grafton. We were a bit more lenient this year because it's COVID. I mean, basically he went and found a venue, which is why he's giving the concert.
Well, if that's the case, it's a good thing I don't live 1,500 feet to the right of me, because Sutton's right over there. If I lived literally 1,500 feet away, I wouldn't be able to be on this council.
That's true, Kevin. That's what happens with school districts and all sorts of things, isn't it? It's exactly where you are that really counts. But there aren't many rules. They are, but they are quite. It's clear. They are clear.
Yeah, that makes sense.
They're just as you know. And again, if you're a member of a business of an corporation, then it has to have been incorporated in Massachusetts for a year. But the most important thing in also is the venue must be either in Grafton or in a location where people from Grafton can get to. I don't mean travel to New York, you know, so that go to a performance. They could get there, get there in theory, but they're not going to go there in practice. So.
That's right. It'll be good to get a refresher on it.
Sure.
So is there anything else
Not from me,
that we want to bring up for tonight?
no. Except you want to go to bed, Julie.
I'm sorry, what?
You look like you need a rest, so I think we might have a nice short meeting. It'd be a good thing.
Yeah, I know. Look at my hair, it's like crazy.
I know how you feel. I just did a 6-day work streak. I'm exhausted.
Oh, yeah. That'll do
But
it.
your cat needs feeding anyway, so.
Oh my gosh. She's been really misbehaving. Driving me crazy in the background. But any other new, Cindy, anything new?
No, I think everything was covered that we talked about last time.
Yeah.
You know, are we gonna wait till the end of, August, or are we gonna talk about a next date, or just throw some dates out in an email? For,
I would recommend that we do it to be decided, because I think that we don't know if we need a meeting until we, until we've got the say
Yeah.
one, really.
okay. We'll get Danny hooked up with Bob, and he'll be the new Grafton star.
That's right.
Absolutely.
Great.
Congrats, Dan.
Thank you, Danny.
I'm very excited that the farmer's market is gonna be at the municipal center. It's gonna be very convenient for me.
Yes, that'd be nice. Yes, that'd be nice.
Where-
What day is it? Is it Thursday or
Wednesday.
Wednesdays.
Wednesday?
They're doing it in the parking lot? Like where are they doing it?
It's
All
in
along-
the grass area, like in front of the municipal area.
Oh, going down towards where the
Beyond the police
police
station?
department is?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that's great. Like when they do the National Night Out, it's all around there, right?
Yeah.
It'll probably be right in front of the building. There's a lot of grass in front of our building.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
what
Probably
ha-
more than I ever
The
think of.
town,
yeah.
the construction on the town common just threw, a wrench in the plan for the farmer's market. So we kind of threw it out there. Maybe you could do it here.
So where are they doing the concerts then?
I believe Mill Villages, but I do have that on one of my notes on my desk to ask Jen. I think they're going to be down in South Grafton and Mill Villages.
Okay.
So nice to see everything being performed again in person and not just online. It's so nice to see these events happening all over again for like the first time in 2 years. It's like, finally, back to normal.
I know. And
So
we can
Kevin,
probably go live the next time we come
Yeah.
together. I'm sure we can meet live.
Well, I really hope so, because it means everything is under control, and that's good,
Mhm.
Yeah. I think my next library meeting it's going to be booked in one of the conference rooms in the municipal center already, or it has been for next month.
Moving
Oh,
in the right
The
direction.
library's moving on July 7th.
Wow.
Exciting.
Mm.
It's crazy. Yeah, it's exciting.
Is it moving
I mean,
back
I
to
feel
that-
like we covered everything. If,
Yeah. Kevin, do you have anything new? Anything to?
I was just gonna say, is the library moving back to that large building near the center of town where it used to be, or is it still
Yes.
that it's moving on July 7th? No, it's great. Love to check it out. Haven't been there in a
Yeah.
while.
Yeah, no, the new building is beautiful. So they're moving on the 7th. I missed the last meeting, so I'm not sure exactly what their schedule is, but, or when even their soft open is, but yeah, they have the movers lined up and that's not changing. So I think they have, let's see, it's the 10th. They might have their, substantial completion date was the 8th of June, so just 2 days ago. So, they're going to be getting ready for furniture to come in and the shelving, and it looks beautiful. And they're doing the outside plantings right now. It looks really nice.
Now all we need to
Beautiful.
do is get the municipal centre done up and that will be fine.
Wait, what was that?
All we need to do now is get the municipal centre done up,
Oh, boy.
Oh,
The Grafton
never
gazebo
happening.
still needs some work.
What was that? Which does?
The Grafton gazebo, I was there about a
Oh,
month ago and
yeah.
posted a video in the Grafton group. The wood was all wobbly. It was
Yeah.
rotted in several places, like completely
Yeah.
eroded. I thought, geez, this place is not structurally safe.
I
Yeah.
think that's the plan this summer, to redo that and make it accessible and.
And maybe redo the paths, I suppose, as well, because
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, the paths were beautiful. I saw the plans a while ago. It was very nice what they're proposing.
yeah.
it'll be good.
Yeah, it'll be nice.
They're on it.
That's right. Andy's on it. As long as Andy's on it, I'm all set.
Yes, I'm trying to
All
keep
right.
Andy as long as I can.
Yeah, keep doing that. All right, so shall we adjourn?
Yeah,
Yeah. That's it. Oh, so the next meeting will just be a TBD date,
TBD. Yeah.
and will be in person, probably in the
And it
municipal
will
center,
probably
which will be really
It'll
nice.
be before October, I think, probably.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. All right.
All right.
Sounds good.
Well, it's
Thank you.
nice to see all of you.
Well, sorry
Look
again
at-
about your mother.
Oh, thank
very,
you.
very sorry.
Thank you. It'll be nice to see everyone in person.
Oh, it will
Absolutely.
be.
All right.
Okay.
All right. So, good night. I'm gonna end
Good
it.
night, everyone.